Welcome back to Football GXG. This is post-match reactions. Chelsea versus City UCL final. Congratulations, Chelsea, for winning the UCL final. Not Manchester City. We're going to talk about the game. Alright, what was wrong with that game? First of all,
let's start from the beginning.
Yeah, when the lineups were announced, there was already problems.
Yeah,
especially if you were a City fan. If you were
I was on the
fan,
way to this guy's house. I called him on the highway, getting to his house, saying, "We have no DM.
I checked the lineup.
We have no DM in the team."
They didn't have a DM. Now, I'm not going to question Pep. Pep's tactics are wonderful. He is a masterclass. He's a tactician. He's a tactician. You know what I mean? He knows his tactics in and out. But to not play a CDM, especially Fernandinho, who for the last couple games have been really solid for City and helped.
Or even Rodri, I see DM in general.
Or just a DM, exactly. A DM in general would have been probably really important for City in that game. I don't know why. I mean, you saw Conte. Conte was playing DM, and also playing CM and attacking. Conte was everywhere. Conte is my man of the match. We'll talk about that later, but he's my man of the match. But let's talk about where City felt, because
the loss of a DM already in itself was key, because our system relied especially heavily on a DM who can protect the defense and then launch balls forward.
They didn't have that because all their midfielders were up. There were points where City were attacking, and all their midfielders, probably one of them might have been outside of the box, but for the most part, the midfield was wide open for the first 50-ish minutes, probably the whole game actually, until Fernandinho came on. There was a giant gap in the middle that Chelsea abused, which we talked about this.
Yeah.
Chelsea should have been up 3-0 in the first half. They could have.
Gundogan hasn't played DM in like 3 seasons now. So I don't know, like Pep didn't overthink anything leading into the UCL final, which is what we've been hoping for for the past 2 seasons. And then the final, he finally does it when he puts
Gundogan's was playing great as like CM
Gundogan's playing
attacking
great
mid.
as attacking mid and like a central mid and
So
an advanced midfield role.
Changing it up all of a sudden, especially in the UCL final. So now let's go to Chelsea, because Chelsea deserved the win. The way City played today, Chelsea deserved the win. Because Reece James, Chilwell, Conte, Rudiger, their whole backline was A1 today. A1, their whole backline. I don't think, even when Christian came on, he was solid. Thiago Silva, before he came up, was solid. I don't think there was a problem with their backline. Except for Reece James would be caught off by Sterling, but his recovery was incredible. Just a counterattack. If they had a better... Now, me personally, again, I would have started Christian Pulisic. He did miss. Pulisic did, and Werner also missed. Chelsea should have been...
Edson did really good for the Pulisic miss though. For the Pulisic one, Edson did really good.
Oh yeah, if you would... I saw a lot of people saying, what a miss by Pulisic, you know, they're poking fun at him. But the way Ederson came up to Pulisic's miss, there was no angle.
Had to hit it a certain way for it to go in, and
yeah,
he couldn't get the angle.
Pulisic would have to hit like a really tight angle to get that ball in. Ederson came out really good for that.
Let's go on to the goal.
To the goal. Another farce from City's defense. What was happening?
Stones should have done better. I'm not sure what Stones were trying to do. That Walker and Stones were caught doing whatever they wanted to do on the right side. That left Diaz and Shevchenko by themselves in midfield, and Diaz are getting pulled out by Werner. Because I said it before, Werner's movement is really good. His finishing is... There's still a lot to be desired, but his movement, like, he pulled Diaz out and then left that middle lane just for habits, just to go in and take the ball and shoot. And Shevchenko couldn't do anything. Shevchenko, like, he let Havertz go past him, and at that point, Shevchenko is not that fast to recover it. So
Ederson also couldn't get a hand on it.
Ederson couldn't do anything about it. By the time he got to it, he was really outside the box, and there's only so much he can do.
And the rebound, it hit Ederson's chest, or it hit his body.
It hit his body, hit his hand, and then led directly straight to Havertz.
You know, if you want to talk about a FIFA goal.
Not the FIFA goal.
A perfect rebound for Havertz, but well deserved, because they did deserve the goal at any time of the game. And, well, they went and win it. Second champion Chelsea team. It was really fun to watch. I mean, if you weren't supporting Chelsea or City, I think it was a fun. It was kind of boring until the last 10 minutes, the Chelsea goal, and the Pulisic miss. Those were probably the most.
It was frustrating as a City fan. And disappointing.
It was also intense for Chelsea fans. As ordinary fan just watching the UCL final. I mean, I'm just trying to say, Liverpool final, we had a streak around, so yeah, this is probably the worst final, UCL final I've ever been.
Is that your argument?
This is my argument. Thank you. Thank you for watching Football JXG.